had a lot of good moments, but the one that I'm most proud of is when I get back from work and the children run to me and give me a good hug after a hard day's work. You know, you can see the excitement on their faces when they see me arrive home. And I always thank God for giving them to me.
For me, my proudest moment would be being a mom to 3 beautiful kids.
To see my children contest in Access Got Talent. I was so happy when they played the instruments.
I think I have many, but the one that stood out for me was when my daughter was voted by her classmates as the kindest person in the class. And for me, that was awesome because we could talk about awards, but for me, it made me know that I was raising a kind and a good human being.
Is when my kids had a speech day that I was so tired. I didn't want to go. And so I was asking them, I wanted to be sure if they were taking prizes before I attend that speech day. They were not sure, they couldn't tell me, and the teachers also wanted it to be a surprise. But eventually I decided to go, and I went, and the event was taking so much time, and so I nearly left, but I just stayed. And they started mentioning names for prizes. And lo and behold, my youngest daughter was mentioned as the overall best for her class. I jumped to my feet, I rushed to the stage. The brothers also joined us in front there, and the excitement, everybody was applauding. It was the proudest moment, one of them.
One good decision I made is to teach them, both with their academics, at home and everything, just to shape them and put them in line. And for worst decision, okay, I think I keep on shouting at them all the time, and I know I want to stop it, but sometimes you have to. They worry me too much. I'll try and be calm sometimes.
The worst would be comparing my kids sometimes, but the best would be advising them to love themselves each and every single day.
The worst decision I've ever made was to employ the wrong kind of house help because they were bad influence to the children. And the best decision I've ever made is to make sure that the children are trained in the fear of the Lord and leading right.
For me, the best decision I made was to temporarily put my dreams on hold and take care of my daughter. Because when I look at her now and the way she's thriving, there is no amount of money that anybody can give me that will equal to the joy that I feel, see her strive.
I think one of the best decisions I've made as a mother is to inculcate the habit of reading into my children. I just love children who read, and so I have tried to instill that in them. Every morning you read. If even on our way to school you read. If you're on vacation, before you play any computer game, you read. And I have realized that it is really helping them. And so that's one of my best decisions.
I wouldn't say I've achieved it yet, but I'm planning on taking my kids to Disneyland because they always look up to that. One time, my son asked me, "Mommy, when are you taking me to France?" I said, "Why France?" He said, "That's where they produce Ladybug." Well, they watch those things, so I'm planning on taking them to Disneyland.
Being able to invest for my 3 kids for their education.
Investing in our new home and making sure that each child had their own room and they decorating it to their taste.
Biggest financial goals. You know, kids take a lot from you, you know. But for me, I think my biggest financial goal is that consistently I've been able to meet my own savings target.
My biggest financial goal, I like or I love to travel, and so what I have decided is that I will not take monies from any of my investment to do such travels. I like to see places and all of that. And so one of the goals, my financial goal, has been to save towards such vacations. And so I prepare any windfall that comes to me, I put it in that account towards my vacations. So that's one of my financial goals.
say peer pressure, because there was a lot of that. I was surrounded with, in quotes, bad girls, but with the choices I made sure that I was focused on what I wanted to do and made sure that I didn't go wayward.
As a teenager, there was one figure in my life that I didn't like then. My mom. She was a pain or a thorn in my flesh. She wanted to decide what I wear, where I go, what I do. I think it was so annoying. But hey, I think in the long run, I came out well. It helped me and it has shaped my life.
Well, not having a father figure in my life.
That one. I think when I became a teenager, my mom was too busy and I didn't have a friend in her. I think that was tough.
One that comes to mind readily is competition, actually. I am a twin, and so growing up, there was that competition between me and my brother. So, you know, my brother's results will come, and my daddy will compare. There are times that I will do well, and then my daddy will call my brother, come and see. Even the lady has passed you. So it was, for me, it was a toughest moment for me. Always had to be at par with him or pass him, and so there was that competition, and I felt it's one of the toughest moments as a teenager.
I think that kids grow quickly, and some of my worst financial decisions was investing into baby clothes and baby items. Before I knew it, they were useless and they couldn't even be used. I had to give it out. I wish I didn't do those.
I wish I could have invested before giving birth for my kids.
Yes, we took a dollar mortgage for our current home that we live in, and looking back, I think it's a decision that I would go back on. I would want to change, because during those years, it was for 10 years, it weighed on us really. And if you are not earning in dollar and your facility is in dollar, it really weighs on you. So if I am to go back, it would be a CD mortgage rather than a dollar. So I think that's one of the worst.
Yes, more investments, because the children are not growing any younger, and looking at the future, you really need to plan for them. So yes, I will do more of the investments.
Okay, financial decisions, yeah. I think I have accounts for all my children, and I think it's a good thing that I did, and I wish I had started earlier than I did. So yeah, that's what I would have loved to redo, but
the joy of seeing them around, I mean, shouting here and there. Sometimes they can be a handful, but the mere fact that you have them around makes me happy.
Waking up in the morning, having my kids in my room, kissing me, even though I beat them sometimes.
Oh, you know, kids don't pretend. There is nothing as genuine as, and I love you, mommy. And for me, the love that we share, for me, I think that makes being mother the best thing ever. The love is unconditional, it is pure, and there's no pretense.
Oh, there are a lot. There are a lot. I love caring for children. I really do love children. In fact, I have 3. Sometimes, you know, I think about going for more and all of that. I love children. I love caring for them. I like to see them grow up. I like to play with them, you know. And so those are my moments. Those are my moments. Sometimes I feel I want them to be away, but even when they are away, I miss them so much. And so every little moment for me is a favorite time with my children.
I think I'll say fulfillment. I'm just fulfilled.
My mom.
Should I name somebody? I think I'm just aiming to become a better version of myself financially every day.
Financial influencer, I'll choose my mom. She's been there for me all the time. Although we have our times, we argue, but I think she has been the best for me.
Biggest financial influencer? I'm not sure I have a biggest financial influencer for now. I have a personal principle to be my best and to push myself to limits and heights. And so that has been my drive so far. I don't really have a financial influencer, but then I believe in my own capabilities and I always want to see myself go far.
Grandma, I must say, she was a banker and she would always advise you to make sure that you have some savings, you have some investments, so that in case of anything, you can fall back on. So I'll say Grandma.
Connecting, empowering.